Matt Rhule is completely trying to change Nebraska and the identity of Nebraska football. And this is something that Nebraska fans, man, Husker Nation, you guys have been waiting on this one for a while. And Husker Nation thought they were going to get it with Scott Frost. But Scott Frost just couldn't bring that much needed recruiting paralysis to Nebraska. And what does Matt Rhule have? Matt Rhule knows how to build a program. Matt Rhule knows how to go out there and get guys to come to a program that is least desirable, especially in a conference where you're competing with some of the best college football programs ever. But before we get into it, please go ahead, hit that like and the subscribe button. Let me know what you all are thinking down in the comments below about the Nebraska Cornhuskers going into 2023. So we have to start off by saying this. Nebraska has the number 27 overall recruiting class in 2023. With recruits like Malachi Coleman, out of their own state, a top 64 player in the country. Cameron Linhart, a 4-star edge rusher. Prince Will Umamelin, another 4-star edge rusher. Riley Van Poppel, a 4-star defensive lineman. Ethan Nation, a 3-star cornerback. What are you noticing here? Matt Rhule is building this team off defense. And when you look at what Matt Rhule is doing, not only on the recruiting trail, but also in the transfer portal, he's completely changing the way that Nebraska looks in their image. In the transfer portal, which you can argue Nebraska has had one of the most successful transfer portal classes. They got the former, I think he was a 5-star, I think. You guys might have to correct me on this. But right now, I think he's in the transfer portal, a 4-star. Edge rusher MJ Sherman from Georgia. This kid was a part of the 2020 class, and he's special. Ran a 4.53 in his 40. Dude is fast. And he has a great frame. He's physical. And he is quick to diagnose where he needs to be on the football field. And you bring in talent like that, well, you're trying to make a statement. Additionally, they get other guys from Georgia. The 4-star offensive tackle, Jacob Hood. The former 5-star tight end, Eric Gilbert, who was at LSU, transferred to Georgia, and is now at Nebraska. I think he really just needed a change of scenery. Well, he's got it. He's at Nebraska, where he's going to be able to get the ball. They get a guy in Billy Kemp, a wide receiver who was seeing 700 yards and 600 yards a season before his injury last season. So I know you look at it and go, well, he didn't have a lot of production last season. Don't look at just last season. Look at what he did before he got hurt. They bring in other guys like Corey Keller, the 3-star cornerback from Florida. Extremely physical player. Chief Borders, the 3-star linebacker. Matt Rhule is going out there and he's getting guys, just as I stated, with Colorado. He's going out there and getting guys that fit the program. Going out there, guys that can fit his culture. Hence why they went out there and got the 4-star quarterback from Georgia Tech, Jeff Sims, who, by the way, I think is going to be a star. Now, it sucks that you lose Dakotas Crawford, and it sucks that you lose Ernest Hausman. But ultimately, the Nebraska football program, it's in a great spot. Matt Rhule has this program going in the right direction. And for the first time in a long time, I think I can say I'm confident in Nebraska. And as a Nebraska fan, you should be too. You should be confident that Matt Rhule is going to turn this team around and that they will be competing in the Big Ten. Because, let's be honest, your division in the Big Ten is not very good anyways. Nebraska's got a chance to return to glory, and Matt Rhule is the right guy to do it. Go ahead, jump down in the comments below. Let me know what you all are thinking. Where do you guys think Nebraska ends up in terms of record-wise in 2023.